God bless everyone. I am Hazel Nangka and I'm going to report about communicating advocacy. So first, we have advocacy communication. Advocacy communication is about influencing and persuading the public through advocating, which requires successful mobilization and support. Advocacy is all about public support or e-support, or it is all about to influence or to persuade the public through advocating. Advocating means kanang similarly to support, ganyan, which requires successful mobilization and support. So, mobilization like kanang mas mapadali, no? Kanang kung unsay dagan or tagapagkilos sa Tagalog pa, and support. This means a strong public support for something, ideas, plans, or people. Thus, a person needs to communicate to campaign for something. For example, you may want to advocate for every child, like UNICEF. The UNICEF. UNICEF is a global and public advocacy. So, familiar kita ni UNICEF, no? And UNICEF is usay gyud siya nakatabang sa, no, and to every child, and it is one of the example of a global and public advocacy. So, through it, advocacy and communication. UNICEF seeks to understand people, their beliefs, the values, the social and cultural norms that shape their lives. So, naiuban nga, lisod jud kaayo, naiuban nga, naalay kaya, and then, they are intent to understand people na kung usay dagan sa komunidad. And then, it means engaging communities and listening to adults and children as they identify problems, propose solutions, and act upon them. So, there's an action and solutions to solve the particular problems. Mas mapadali ang problema if there's a solution. So, that's what advocacy communication means, to have an active support. So, next is advocacy communication is also the act of pleading or arguing in favor of something such as causes, kanang mga sanhi, no? Ideas, kanang mga ubang mga information or policies. This advocacy needs active support and recommendation. Recommendation means suggestions or proposal from the public for a particular course of actions or a particular course para ma-actionan yun siya. So, a person who promotes an advocacy support is called an advocate. Siya ang mag-promote of what particular support or advocacy support. In other words, as individuals is or are trying to persuade and argue for the position you are advocating. So, diba na sa mga government, diba, na sila yung mga advokasya sa within our community, no? And by that, nakatabang siya sa tua na they're trying to persuade and argue for the position that they are advocating. So, it means a lot, especially as the students, because it provides the capacity to adapt, to develop, and to implement diverse sets of communication strategies, to articulate means the ability to speak of what and how changes can be made in numerous contexts. Mas daghantang ma-adapt, ma-develop, at ma-implement within our community, no? Na to ability to speak kung unsa and how changes can be made, no? And that which means by doing this, students needs to be competent. Competent means kakayahan in writing, in speaking, in leadership, and critical thinking skills to improve society. Okay. And the next one is analyzing community problems. One of the trust means nagtulak, of the Commission on the Higher Education, or this what we call CHED, in today's new general education course is to impress on students impress means mapahanga ang usa ka estudyante social civic responsibilities aside from becoming communicatively competent. Analyzing community problems is a way of thinking carefully about a problem or issue before acting on a solution. It first involves identifying reasons a problem exists, and then identifying possible solutions and a plan for improvement. So before an action, there will be an analyzing. I-analyze gyud og taman o napoy gitawag na thinking carefully. So thinking carefully about a particular problem or issue, and then kani sila dili gyud sila basta-basta nga mag-implement og usa ka program or usa ka plataforma or advocacy within our advocacy sa community without kanang planning. So it is important to have a plan and a solution. So there are a lots of volunteer projects that aim to provide community solutions. So bisag magamay man na, no matter how small, allow them to learn insight that can only be learned beyond the walls of the classroom. So mas daghan pa gyud tag ma-learn beyond the walls of the classroom. Help build their character and values. Allow them to establish a network of like-minded youth and enhance their team building and problem-solving skills. So, matong gingon ganina nga, one of the projects or kanang advocacy nga na-implement sa atong community ang kaniyong CHED. So, aside from methodical implementation, community projects require carefully planning. So, in analyzing community problems, it should be require careful planning. Kaya without plan, mas maglisod ta og solve in a particular problem. So, which should include goal setting also. Goal setting as well. Kay plan lang ta without goal setting, there are possible nga dili ta makalampus or there are possible nga kanang there's what we call basta goal setting, there are possible nga sa baga pa kanang mawala ta sa ato ang plano. So, dapat na ay goal setting. And probing through research. Probing means kanang susihon gyud dapat, no? Through research. Dapat susihon gyud kanang kung kini nga community is need ba gyud ani nga project, need ba ni nga tabangan on a particular problem. So, there should be kanang analyzing community.
God bless everyone. I will be the second one who will continue the report. And I am Charlene M. Paunian. So let's continue the report. Community Toolbox is a website created by University of Kansas that aim to provide resources for building and sustaining better communities. As you can see sa babaw kanang mo na ang picture sa Community Toolbox. So isa siya sa website. Ang Community Toolbox is ng free internet-based service nga nag-develop o nag-maintain by the work of group para sa community health and development at Universities of Kansas in Lawrence, and also nag-assist ni siya sa health and development sa usa ka sa inyuhang komunidad, and also na-publish niya siya in year 1994. Kanang it is widely used of teaching, training, and technical support. Ang purpose niya is to meet the need of children, youth, and families. So, nag-focus ni siya sa capabilities of community, including its citizen, agencies, and organization. So, kanang community toolbox is makatabang ni sa ato ang mga komunidad. So, there are so many types of community problem. And so what are those? There are adolescence pregnancy, child abuse and neglect, crime, and so on and so forth. So, Community Toolbox had given a list of criteria that may be used in identifying them. So, community problems or there are problems occurs too frequently. Frequently means measurement of number of time. Means kapila na hitabo ang ning problema ha. So the second one is the problem has lasted for a while. Duration, a period of time during which something continue means sa kadugayon sa panahon kung asa nagpadayon ang usa ka problema sa komunidad. So, next one is the problem affects many people. Scope or range. That the extent of area that matter to deals with. The next one is the problem disrupting the personal or community life and possibly intense. Severity means nakadaot na ba siya sa komunidad. The problem deprives people of legal or moral rights. Equity means the fairness of justice. Is it fair ba siya? Fair ba ang justice sa atoang komunidad? The issue is perceived as a problem. Perception. So, perceive means become aware. Aware ba ta sa problema sa atong komunidad? So, perception means the ability to see or hear or aware of something about the issue sa atoang komunidad. So, the next one will be communicating community solution. One of the various communicating information about of an advocacy or for persuading people of a certain cause is a public service announcement or PSA, which is making use of multimodal materials such as poster, audio files, or films. So, kabala mo naman mo unsa meaning aning advocacy. Means, ang advocacy means nag-influence or nag-persuade sa mga tao. So, multimodal materials is instructional materials na nag-include of mixture of linguistic, visual, gestural, spatial, audio nga nag-engage learner in sensorial learning. So, unsa man ning sensorial learning? Sensorial learning is kani ang mga sense of touch, smell, sense of sight, and hearing. This allows children to use their senses to explore and understand the world around them. So, makatabang po niya siya sa mga buta, something like that. Public service announcement would focus on wide range topics such as health and safety, animal welfare, environmental preservation, gender issues, peace, and etc. So, ang mga materials ani dili pud siya necessarily taas but are intentionally created para maka-deliver siya message sa mga tao. PSA should convey the message very clear. PSA kay gihimo tungod para maghatag og message na makabenefit sa public and also raising awareness of an issue here in our community. The creator also influenced the attitude and also they are clear about the purpose. Di kay patakarag poster niya nga dili or wala naka-benefit sa mga tao or wala siya nag-convey og message. Aside from being clear, PSA should showing great attention nga maka-capture sa mata sa mga tao like words, images, colors, signs, and symbols. So, selection of which effectively communicate the issue and should influence the audience to take action. So, ang PSA dapat naghatag siya og attention sa mga tao para ma-solve ang problem sa community. Awareness po din siya also about sa komunidad. So these are the example of PSA, which is public service announcement. So natay health and safety. So there's a health and safety so sa health and safety is naghatag siya kuan diri kanang something like message about atong pandemic, di ba wear your mask, wash your hands often, watch your distance, do your part to keep others safe. So kani nga kuan poster is nag-convey siya og message through sa mga tao nga maka-benefits sa public. So dili sa animal and welfare, adopt a dog, save life. So maora pud ni siya naghatag pud ni siya idea o nag-convey pud ni siya message about sa mga animals. Kaning environmental preservation, save the earth. So maora pud ni siya naghatag pud ni siya message or nag-convey siya og awareness nga dapat hinlo atong paligid aron nindot ang atoang earth. And also sa gender issue, both genders are equal. Ang message na gihatag niya is about sa gender equality. Dapat kung usa kuno ang kaya sa laki, kaya pud sa babae. That's why muna ang message nga gi-convey sa ani nga poster. Then about sa peace is kanang dapat malinawon tanan, walay away, walay gubot. So the next one is example of audio files. So manana ta sa poster. So kani ang example ani niya kay ato na siyang tan-awon.
Accidents can happen in the blink of an eye, and even looking at the text in a second can end in disastrous tragedy. However, if many will be responsible and disciplined along the way, many lives will be safe. If you are listening, then I am truly asking you to please drive safely.
So mo po to siya example sa public service announcement. So kato siya nga example is audio files. So kato nga audio is nag-convey siya og message very clear. So naghatag siya og message na maka-benefit sa public and also raising awareness sa issue about sa driving. So the last example is films. So, tanaw na to kung unsa siya.
You probably don't know how much your words hurt. But cyberbullying is real. Words hurt, whether it's in person or behind the screen. Just a comment or an unnecessary share, whether it's from someone you know or from a complete stranger. Words can hurt us all. Words have lives. Words affect lives. Words can even end lives. Think before you click.
So, kato siya ang example sa public service announcement films. So, kato nga film kay naghatag siya og message nga dapat stop bullying kay your words can hurt. And also, nag-convey siya og message sa public awareness nga dapat i-stop na gyud ang bullying. So, ang purpose ato nga awareness nga public service announcement is nga dapat i-stop na gyud ang bullying. Showing great attention nga makakapture siya sa mata sa mga tao. And that's all our report. Thank you.